Ooh, no. Gotta edit that out. Gotta edit that out.
Oh, I don't do that. That was the old me. I quit doing it when it was illegal.
Let me make a timeline footnote.
Yeah. I stopped doing it when it was illegal to do so.
Bubba mentions illegal affairs.
Welcome to the Board Game Snobs podcast. Critically harsh reviews with a touch of class.
Go.
This is Jerry, the star of the Board Game Snobs. Please send us an email at boardgamesnobs@gmail.com. Our host is Gabi. Say hello, Gabi.
Hey, and when you say send an email, that's kind of generic. Give them a reason to send an email. Like if you said send an email, I wouldn't know what to say.
Here's what I want you to send me. Send me a movie that I should watch that's easily accessible, such like as one on Hulu or Netflix, something like that. Or a recommendation of some sort. Just some random YouTube channel. That's what you should send me.
Okay. Well, it's not all about you. We are the Board Game Snobs. So I will be there too, reading it.
With us is Bubba. Bubba is back.
Hey,
Bubba never left.
Never left, man. Here for another one.
Stanley, a.k.a. Bubba. Bubba, I'm thinking about you right now because I'm drinking a nice rye whiskey.
Oh. So I've gotten into cocktail. I've gotten into making a lot of cocktails, which I don't make a lot of them because I don't drink every day. But I have gotten into rye and how to combine.
Oh, do you got a problem with that?
No. I mean, it's to each his own, you know. Who's an alcoholic if they drink every day? Who makes that decision? Anyway, but I've gotten into a lot, so I'm glad you're drinking rye. My Hudson Valley that we bought in New York, completely, I was saving that, completely gone. My maple rye, oh my God, it was so good.
Wait, are you saying your Hudson Valley that you bought 2 years ago is just now gone?
I kept that because that was near and dear to my heart. It was the maple cask though. And you cannot buy it. It's not distributed in the United States, only in New York. Only in New York.
Yeah, I bought a bottle too, but mine didn't even make it back to the motel.
Well, they have a drink called the Hudson Valley that's specifically made to complement the rye and the maple of Hudson rye whiskey. Super.
I'm drinking Rittenhouse, which was suggested by one of our listeners.
Yeah.
And it is good. It is very, it's got a kick to it. It's 100 proof. It's got that nice bite to it, and it's smoky, and it's just
the
good.
Chuck Norris of rye whiskeys.
Yeah, it is. It'll kick you.
Oh.
You all right?
Speaking of which, they rebooted Walker.
Yes, they did. I saw that.
You can't reboot Walker.
And guess where it's airing, Jerry? Guess what network?
Not CBS, is it?
The CW.
Oh, God.
It's wedged in between Supernatural and The Flash and The Arrow.
Oh, well, that's a completely different demographic.
I want to know, why are they remaking Walker when the people who loved Walker, who grew up watching this man distribute justice via his spin kicks?
Is there a more awesome kick? I was thinking about this. Is there a more awesome kick than a roundhouse?
That Cobra Kai Pelican kick was pretty good, but no, that doesn't meet the roundhouse. You get roundhouse. I got roundhoused one time. And it changes your life. So because I don't think people understand is that Cordell Walker is a legit superhero. So like when he kicks those people, he kicks them multiple times. He never just kicks them once. He continually kicks them. You never see the aftermath of that. The aftermath is rehabilitation. Those people change their ways. They are no longer criminals. Like Walker never arrests anybody twice because when they finally wake up and they are transported to whatever institution for which they will be housed while they recover, they always come out and realize that the life of crime is not for them. And it's due to the roundhouse kick that Walker, either that and slightly some of the left-hand hooks that his partner, whose name leaves me now, the guy from Die Hard, Trebek, Trebek. He's going to be
Alex?
left. Yeah. No, Trebek.
No, Trebek.
What?
What?
Hey, roundhouse kick.
Yeah, Trebek didn't kick. He punched.
He punched.
He was in Die Hard. Yeah, and
He's
he
the
punched
puncher.
people. He was also in Top Gun. Anything Trebek touch is gold. What is that actor's name? I will look him up while y'all talk amongst yourself. And
Clarence
then Go ahead.
Gilliard, James Trivedi.
That's exactly who that is. Everything he touches is gold. What happened to him?
I don't know what happened to him.
Well, let's see. His most recent movie and TV show is apparently a Walker, Texas Ranger type movie, a TV movie. I think that was maybe his heyday. I think he peaked.
Let me just tell you this. And you can write this down. CBS rankings. So since Bubba's going to do his top 5, I'll just do my top 3 CBS rankings for television shows. Okay, you ready? Number 1, Jag. Number 2, Nash Bridges. Number 3, Walker. That's all you need to know. That's right there. That will literally get you through. But I think Walker may have come on NBC or MBS. What did it come on? It might not have been on CBS.
I remember watching reruns. I don't know what it came on. For me, it was on Classic or in the morning. TNT. It came on TNT. TNT. It came on TNT.
When did it come on? The morning.
It's the morning. Is TNT still a thing?
I'm so old. I used to watch Walker at night.
Oh wow! I remember,
come on at night.
I remember
prime time, baby.
I think you left out In the Heat of the Night. By the way, I mean I would have to throw that in there.
Oh,
CBS. You were correct.
Was it CBS?
Yeah.
In the heat. That's interesting because the captain's name was Bubba.
That's Bubba. That's right.
That's Bubba.
That's my guy right there.
My channel is NBC because it had Quantum Leap. Although I did think Star Trek TNG aired on CBS at some point, so I don't know.
You know, I realize this is not a TV show nobody else watched, but like I love SeaQuest.
SeaQuest, because it came on. Let's see, it aired in 1996. Was its final episode. I was graduating high school. I was out partying, drag racing and drinking and smoking doobies. I wasn't worried about SeaQuest.
I like SeaQuest, and I also like the spinoff of SeaQuest. But I always thought, I always thought that SeaQuest was really a sequel to Jaws because it had the guy in it.
True, that's right.
And it was like he just took that idea of we're going to need a bigger boat and thought to himself, you know what? No, I want to get a sub, and I'm going to continually hunt sharks. But there was like no sharks in the show.
No,
like that was a very boring show for it just being underwater.
Pretty much, yeah. It was just futuristic. So,
yeah, you hit it. It was boring.
It was boring. Hey, if you like Firefly, you should like SeaQuest. Boom.
No.
I'll say it. And somehow that makes sense to me. I don't care what you say.
I did like that SeaQuest. Like even in the intro, it was like, oh well, everybody else is out exploring space. We're exploring the real final frontier, the sea. Yeah. And then that goes for a few seasons. And then what do they introduce? Aliens.
Boom. That's right.
Like they ran out of stuff. It's like we didn't think this through. There's only so much plankton.
Hey, you know what I find to be problematic?
Another discovered octopus.
Octopi.
So all those
Did they ever see the Megalodon?
No. There's like 8 movies about Megalodon. They're all B-rated movies. Those are the shark movies.
Megalodon.
Sharknado. It's all in there.
Gotta go. Go ahead, Bubba. I cut you off. Sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. I was just thinking. I was looking at some TV shows to try to find something different to watch. I realized that we didn't have access to like British TV shows, Australian shows, like world shows at that age, like the early 90s. That wasn't a thing. You know what I'm saying? Now you can watch it. So I wonder what great shows that we miss growing up that we'd have. You know what I'm saying?
we didn't have Doctor Who.
Yeah,
I've been later.
Yeah, I caught up on Doctor Who like when I was like 19, 20. It opened my world up. But I mean, what else? What do you think? I mean, that's like a big one. There's just so many out there that I think that we missed. Those.
The Man from Snowy River.
That was a movie, and I saw those. That was a movie with Tom Selleck. That
Crocodile
was not
Dundee.
Australian. That was a major hit here in the States.
Lightning Jack.
Well, hey, but I watch quickly.
Not a major hit.
But I was wondering, like how do people like Quigley Down Under? Right? Was that an American movie? But shot in Australia?
It had. Yeah,
yeah, right.
Yeah, it was. It had Tom Selleck in it.
Yeah, it had Tom
It had
Selleck.
it literally had nobody Australian.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but I mean, so I was like, I don't know, how did the Australians feel about that, and what version of that do they have that we could have used at the time? I don't know, man. It's just
I don't know. Mike Langford, we have a listener named Mike Langford who is from down under. Maybe he would be the one to query about this to find out what shows did we miss that we should watch. Yeah. And that would
help us broaden our world horizons. You know.
Oh, well, I've been really enjoying like a lot of German shows. Like I wonder, like what they have. Like every nation apparently has its own TV shows. It's weird.
Das Boot.
What about Boots?
Das Boot. That was the German submarine show that was like 4 hours long. They made a series about it.
Oh, it was like, I thought you were being funny.
No.
Oh, that's serious.
It's followed by the sequel Dash Shoe.
That's right.
That's not funny.
I mean, I'm a British nut. I watch a lot of British shows, so I've caught up on the old British shows and everything. But like, I mean, I'm a Law and Order guy too. I like the law. Loved that when I was growing up as a kid. I like Quincy Wolf. Growing up. So I got the equivalent all in British stuff. I was like, oh, this is Quincy. Oh, okay, I'm watching this. Oh, this is Law and Order. Oh, this is Farscape version, the British version of Farscape. Oh, okay, look at that. I don't know if y'all know what Farscape is, but that was a good show too.
What is the British version of Farscape?
Dude, it's like this old. I can't even tell you what it is. It's on my Amazon Prime. I'll shoot it to you. It's super.
They just take out the R. Farscape.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what.
They add a U. They take out the R. It's Farscape.
Farscape.
I think Amazon Prime knew that. I guess me and a lot of other people were looking at it, and then they put that thing on BritBox. So you have to do like a channel and download the BritBox. And so I'm boycotting it right now because I don't want to pay that $6.
Another streaming service to have to pay for. Exactly.
I pay for every single streaming service that you can get in America. I don't know how it happened. But I have every single one.
What about Peacock?
I have Peacock. Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus. I got all of it.
So I got to tell this. I got to tell this story. So like in Oklahoma, they proposed a Bigfoot hunting season, and
I saw that.
Of course, some of our listeners have posted about it in the Facebook group. And I said that I would explain how I was briefly one of the only people to make actual contact with Bigfoot. So I've got to tell this story. This was regarding my accident that I had in the ambulance where I struck a bear. So basically, that's the story. I ran over a large black bear in the middle of the night while driving an ambulance down a turnpike. And the local Oklahoma Society of Bigfoot Hunters, which is in, I believe, Neshoba, Oklahoma, which if you don't know where Neshoba's at, well, you just won't know it because it's up in the mountains. They came down, pulled hair from the wheel well of the ambulance and sent the hair off to be analyzed to find out if this was really a bear that I struck or if it was Bigfoot. And the hair come back inconclusive. So for a brief moment, I was hounded for several days by various members of their Bigfoot Society because I was the person who had actually saw Bigfoot.
You're a POI.
Yes, and then struck Bigfoot. Wow. So they believed that until a few weeks later, they again repeated because they came back to get more hair out of the ambulance because it was in the shop. They had the hair tested again, and it was just a normal black bear. But anyways, I had like there was 48 hours there where I was the most famous Bigfoot person ever in the nation. Like if that hair would have come back undetermined again, that would have been it. Like I would have been this person. I would be on the History Channel now on those True TV documentaries where they're out looking for Bigfoot, and I'm the guy that ran him over. I've seen him. I'm very disappointed.
If I was that guy, I would have wore mirrored sunglasses, squatted down in front of your grill, plucked out some hair, tore off my sunglasses, and said, "You've got a hairy situation."
I was wondering where you was going for
Yeah,
that.
I beat me too. I really was. I did not know. What now, Jared? Do they know? Like, and this is a stupid question. This is, I don't live in the country. Do they know from what part of the bear it came from, or is this?
I would assume it's hindquarters because that's what I saw.
Can you tell the difference between like hindquarters and like bear pubic hair or eyebrows or?
Are you,
Are
you suggesting
like, can you do it?
that somehow?
And I wouldn't even be funny. Like, can you tell the difference? Like, I don't know.
I'm sure you can because
I'm sure his memory's a little fuzzy.
oh Lord.
Oh wow.
I just don't know. I'm assuming because hair is not hair,
right?
Because even gray hair has different consistency. So I must assume that the pubic hair of a black bear is not the same. Do bears have pubic hairs?
I don't know. I mean, it don't have to. I shouldn't have said pubic hair. I mean, it could be anything. I just wanted to like know the difference. You have to think that if there is such a thing as Bigfoot, there has to be some type of. Say now I'm being conspiratorial. There has to be some type of organization that keeps that secret.
The Cub Scouts.
Cub Scouts. Yeah. That's the upper echelons of the Cub Scouts. That's when you know you're in.
We found more hair. We found more hair of Bigfoot. Should we make it pubic? I mean, public? Oh God, this has gone downhill.
I don't know where that went from. I didn't expect that.
We need to get our bearings.
This is Bubba's top five board games, Bubba.
So I'm going to disappoint you on the top five. I'm going to tell you the reason why. Two of them are. So my top five, I'll be honest with you.
Quick question, Bubba. First, what are your qualifications for this top five?
So here are my qualifications. I said that just for your benefit, Gabby.
Quit pandering to the audience.
That's right. I'm not participating in this. No, it's good. So when I play board games, whatever the last five that I play are my top five. And I'll tell you the reason why. Here's the reason why. I know people are going to disagree with me. I, unfortunately, with the way I live my life and how busy I am, unfortunately, when I play a game, it's because I really, really want to play it. Like I have a hankering for it. It's like when you have a hankering for a favorite food, you play what you crave. You know what I'm saying? So at the time, it's the best food that you can have because it's what your body wants. So my mind works that way. So the other day I played Azul, so I have Azul. I like the game. Is that how you pronounce it? Azul?
Yes.
Azul?
Yeah, correct.
You may not like that, but I like it. And even though it's stupid how I played it, but I kind of enjoyed it. And then I only have one more, but out of you got to forgive me.
Wait a minute now. Are these ranked from 5 to 1?
No, these are 5. Well, yes, 5 to 1 right now. But I'll
your number 5 is what?
Azul,
are we still in the preamble? Number 5 is Azul. Okay.
5 right now. Number 5 is Azul, which a lot of people don't like. Whatever, I like it. I don't care. What's the one? And then there's another one because I played it like it's like a couple months ago. It's blue, got a mountain on it. You move the tiles around from the left to the right. That little guy that goes around. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot it again. I should have looked it up. All right, I'm gonna come back to that one. That was number 4.
I don't.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, this is a good game. So he's blue.
So the cover of it's blue. It's a cartoon kind of game. It's blue. It has a mountain on it that's brown. The lettering is white. The box is blue. It's a mid-sized box. About like I can describe the box. It's like a 12 by.
Is it K2?
No, it's not K2. I never played it with you guys. I don't think I've ever played with y'all.
Okay, quick question. Is this a solo or are you doing your whole thing where you just play multiple people with your split personality?
No. This is a game that's the minimum is 2, but I turned it into a solo because this is how I play my game. So I don't chess it. I don't play like opposing. I don't have dual personalities. I don't do that. I'll come back there. I'm actually looking it up because I bought it. I got to look at my Amazon stuff because I bought it a long time ago. I'll look it up as I'm talking. Now, I'm going to cheat the other 3. These are, people are going to think I'm stupid and think this is not right. I'm going to say these are my top 3. But mind you, this is like right now what I'm feeling. So I hadn't done like an overall. I haven't played these games yet. So I told Jerry I really cheated. I haven't played them yet, and it doesn't make sense. But here's what
wait a minute. I know. So your top 3 are games for. Let me just understand this. Give me a second. Your top 3 are games for which you have not played.
I have not played yet, and let me justify this. It ain't gonna make sense, but I'm gonna try to. And you're gonna tell me that I'm an idiot, and I know I am in this respect. So here's the thing: Again,
you've opened up a whole new realm of
I know.
top fives for me.
I know. What you gotta think about this. Here's the thing. I knew that I could not play any board games like on a consistent basis because of my schedule. I'm always busy. I'm always doing something. I don't have time to sit down and do it. So I chose to treat board games the same way as I treat books. I buy a certain amount. I know I'm going to read them a certain thing, and I choose the best ones for me. Out of all the books in the world, these are the ones I choose because it's the best for me. So that's why they're in my list, because they are the best for me.
I got to ask then, what's your top book that you haven't read?
Oh my goodness! Are you serious? Are we segueing into that?
Give me your number one book based on the fact that you want to read it.
My best one right now is The Seven Pillars of Wisdom by T.H. Lawrence, which is the Arabian Nights guy.
He said my best one. He hasn't read it, but it's his best one.
I've been looking forward to that book for years, man. For years. My second, look, I'll tell you, this is strange because I can do this very quickly with books, and I can do it very quickly with board games. T.H. Lawrence, the Arabian Nights guy, The Seven Pillars of Wisdom, that's my top one. Lewis Carroll, her complete works, that's my top two. Langston Hughes, his poetry, that's my third one. William Blake is my other third one. And then there's a book called Sold on Monday, which you don't know who that's by. It's kind of a new author. Those are my top five. I'll be reading those once a month for the next 5 months. I know that. That's why I've already selected them. That's why they're in my top five. So board
You're
games
saying Arabian Nights. Do you mean Lawrence of Arabia?
No. So do you know there is you're talking about the fictional
Lawrence.
Yeah. So there was an actual guy named T.E. Lawrence that literally went to that part of the world and wrote a biography over it. That biography is called The Seven Pillars of Wisdom. From that comes all the stories of that you're probably familiar with. There's been a lot of movies over it and whatever. The latest one was Nicole Kidman made a female version of it. So, but that's where you get the Arabian Nights, which is really a blend of that and Arabian Nights. But Arabian Nights is actually a story on its own. Anyway, this is this is a book discussion, not a board game discussion. But yeah. It's a big book. But see, that's how my mind thinks, man. I know. So they're the best because it's what I've chosen out of all the board games. It's the ones that I know that I'm going to play as time goes on. But there's a little special thing to it. The way I ordered these, the three that I ordered will come June, July, August.
Okay. So let me get this just to clarify.
Yeah, just to clarify.
The top three board games you have not played, but they're not even in your possession.
They're not in my possession yet, no. Okay.
So while we have you, what's your top movie of 2021 right now? Let's go ahead and call it.
Well, hold on. Wait a minute now. Because
Godzilla and King Kong looking pretty good.
Looking pretty good. Maybe you just got to look at something and go, oh, okay, I know this is going to be one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? It's like a TV show that you know you're going to like. No, does that make sense? So, it may not make sense.
So this should have been called the top 5 games Bubba is looking forward to. Not your top 5 games.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, Azul he's played.
Yeah, I have played that. But
and your number 4 was what? What was your number 4? You found
Blue Mountain? The name of it, man.
White box.
I forgot the name of it.
Is it the thing?
I should know it. I'm going to have to go out and get it. I don't have it by me. I'm going to have to go out and get
Bubba's number 4 is a game with a mountain and a blue box. So we know that.
I thought y'all would know. I thought if I described it to y'all would no. Above and it's above and below? Above and below? Is that below and above?
That's a game. It's a game.
Is it blue? Do y'all have it? Is that blue?
I had near and far. I've never had above and below, but I believe the box is blue. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the box of above and below has a mountain. Yes. So above and below is your number 4.
Boom. So there you go. So here's my other 3, and I'm gonna preface this one last thing, so I won't take up much of your time because I'm talking way too much.
There are more caveats in this.
I know.
This preface is. He's never going to play them, and he actually doesn't care.
No. My wife asked me the other day. She says she was doing this whole thing like I didn't know her because I love her and I don't know what she likes. I know exactly what she likes, but she said, "Well, what is your favorite food?" I was
I
like,
just want to say this. You just said I know her, but I don't know her. I know what she likes.
"No, if you know my wife," she said, "You don't know what I like." I said, "I know what you like. You get this, this, and this, but you don't know what you want all the time." So yeah, flavor and song. She says, "Well, I know what you like." I was like, "No, you don't. There's no way you know what I like because I like what I like in the moment. So what do you want to eat? I don't know. Where am I by? I'm by Chili's. Let's go there. That's what I want right now." That's how my brain works. Like I don't have a top 10 food. I don't. I'll be honest with you. You can say, "What is your favorite food?" I'm like, I have no idea. Depends on what I'm feeling. It's strange. I know it's strange. Ask me, what's my favorite book? I can't tell you. There's a whole lot of contenders there. I'm not one of those people. What's my favorite toilet paper? I don't know. I have preferences, but I don't know what my favorite toilet paper is.
Charmin.
Well, Charmin disappointed me one time.
It can withhold great ferocity.
See, I don't.
Aggressive wiping. Charmin holds up.
Hey, I don't know, man. I'm liking those dude wipes and stuff. I'm falling in love with those. But you see what I'm saying? There's a lot there. You don't know. So board game.
I can't recover from the fact that there was he said Charmin disappointed me.
Hey, no. Hey, I don't know about everywhere else in the world, but you do realize. You do realize Charmin is not made equal across stores. You do know that, right? I did not know this. I was disappointed.
Yeah, you don't buy dollar store Charmin.
Exactly. It's just completely different than Walmart. It's completely different than Target. Completely different. Well, I don't know if it's a Whole Foods or whatever else it is in Dallas.
No, if you buy Whole Foods Charmin, that thing will hold up to a hurricane.
It's different, man. Versus going to going to Sam's Club or whatever and buying it in bulk is different. I mean, it's same brand, different quality, man. So you got to investigate that, dude. I did not know this. A lot open up for me. Heavens open up. I have clarity on toilet paper now. I have a lot of it too, by the way. So board games. 3 board games I have coming. I have one coming in June, and I'm doing this part from memory, which I guess I could have just got on. It's called Streets. I like the concept to it. It's just pretty much a Sims with meeples, and you got to adjust it with people. I like it. I like the concept to it.
What's it called?
Streets. I think it's supposed to guarantee to be to me in June. Called Streets. The one that I'm looking forward to in July. No, it's July. I'll get it in July. The one I'm looking forward to in August is called In Too Deep. It's my kind of game. It's about getting into people's minds. It's like a strategy game, and you're trying to get in people's minds. They're spying and stuff like that, and you got to do crimes to get in with them, and so you can then alter their actions and all that. Super neat. It's called In Too Deep.
Are these all Kickstarters?
These are all Kickstarter because I ordered them ahead of time. That shows you how much I look. I want to understand that. You know how long it takes the game to get to you once you kickstart it? I mean, I know y'all know this. I'm
that's
sure.
Why, that's why I rarely kickstart because I don't have the patience to wait.
So I want you to understand this. I thought about this. I knew what my time schedule would be a year ago. And I said, what do I want to play? I want to wait a year for. Let me look at this. Let me examine this. So I chose one board game a month to come to me at a certain time. So this is what I wanted to play. I looked at all the reviews. I looked at videos. I looked at history. I looked at what they've made. Looked at the game design. I looked at the house who created it. All these things I looked at to figure out what is going to be the game that I want to play. I put a whole lot of energy and effort to a board game I've never touched before. I think that deserves some list to be on. So that's what I chose. And as they're all indie games, and I think one of them is by a creator that I like. He does artwork that I thought was phenomenal. So I wanted to do that. And the way he does the storyline was great. So, and then Cascadia is another one. That's 3. I think I got 2 or 3 more. I can't remember the other ones. Those come like October, November, December. But so I will have a brand new game once a month to play, guaranteed. And I have enough time for that. So there you go. That's my list.
So let's just assume though, like the games that you have played, if you had to pick one,
see, it's hard, bro.
That just off the top of your head, if someone were to ask you, what is your favorite board game? What would you tell them? You don't have to be. Don't let this tie you down.
Favorite how? Like favorite to play, or favorite to be?
No,
I mean, God, it's hard, dude. I mean, it's not fair. But you gotta understand, like, why I like playing it. Sometimes I'm in a like artsy. Like, I love playing photosynthesis. I know people don't like it. I love playing that game. I played it many a times. But why am I playing it? Because just me by myself. Like, I'm like, dude, this game looks really good. It looks really good. And that's what the mood I'm in. So it's like at that moment. I played photosynthesis a lot. I cannot describe to you how many times I played that game before. I sometimes play it for only like an hour, 45 minutes, whatever makes me happy. Right. And it's my favorite game. So it's a hard thing, Jerry. Hard thing. Here's the thing you got to realize about me. And I've told you this before. I think I've said it on a podcast before. I play board games, not just for the entertainment value. I get entertainment, but I get just as much as reading the book. I get my greatest entertainment. What I love about playing board games is I get to interact with people, and I love being around people and seeing what people do. And I'm fascinated by people, and that's fun to me. So I haven't been playing a lot of board games because I haven't been playing with people. It's pandemic. So it's just, it is what it is. So that's why so I will judge a board game by if I play with you guys and it was really an intense time. So I love that board game. I love it because of what it produced in the group dynamic. That's why I like
question.
It. So
quick question.
Yep.
Based on what you just said, who's the most fascinating person you've ever met? Do you know?
Who's the most what person I met?
Fascinating. You said you like meeting fascinating people. Who's fascinating? And what makes them fascinating to you? Is it the things they talk about? What is it?
It's a combination of everything. The most fascinating person I've ever met is my wife. Because honestly and truly, I have no idea what she's thinking or how she's thinking it. I don't think she has any idea half the time. And so I don't know what we're about to come at. I have no idea what she means half the time. And I'll say, what do you mean? And she'll say, the other day, I said, well, what do you mean? I don't know. You should know what I mean. And you would think, okay, that's a male-female dynamic. No, my wife has been this way since she was a kid, just to who she is. I have no idea who this woman is. None at all. I've been married to her for 14 years. She surprises me all the time. So first of all, my wife. So she truly is interesting. Even though she may not seem it sometimes, she really is. Other people for other reasons, man. People fascinate me. They really do. The question you should ask me, who do I find fascinating when I play board games?
Who do you find fascinating when you play board games?
Thank you for asking me that question. That is a good question, Gabby. So I find that when I play with you and Jerry, that dynamic is hilarious because y'all do a lot of stupid stuff together all the time. And you have things that both of you do that only you do around each other. I find it hilarious. And it's funny. Now you're going to ask me what kind of things. I don't know. It's little small things. Sometimes big things, how you interact with each other. That's neat. I'm a people person. I'm a people watcher. I don't like people, but I like what people do. And that fascinates me. I should have been a psychologist in another life. Super neat. Does that answer your question? That's a stupid question.
I was waiting for Jerry to kick in at some point.
Yeah. This may not be entertaining. But
I don't know what to say.
He's speechless. You have left Jerry speechless. Do you know how rare a feat that is to leave Jerry speechless? You don't even know.
Yeah, I try, man. I try. Well, I guess I'm not the typical board gamer of I play a game to spend this time because of this, and that. It's not me. Sometimes I'll play a game because it's fascinating and it challenges me. And I like to be challenged, and I like my mind to work in a different way. I'm not the smartest stick in the oven, I'm telling you. See, can't even use analogies right. But I like that. But I enjoy board games for a different reason. That's all. Than some people, I guess.
Okay, well, that's acceptable.
That's acceptable. So that changes my list. That's the whole point. Let's get back to that. It changes my list to how my list is formulated. I apologize, but that's what it does for me.
No, your list is, the way you have created a new way to make a list is interesting. But basically, it's just games you're looking forward to. So,
yeah, but It's not just looking forward to though.
What?
Like I've researched this. It's like going out and buying a car. It's not like, hey, I just want to go buy a car. It's like I've researched this, figured it out. Who designed the car? How did they make the car? What have they done in the past? What will they do in the future? What have they written? I like the way they do this. I like the way they do that. I like that personality. I mean, it's a thing. It's not like, oh, I like the concept and I see this video and I like it.
Is there a YouTube? Is there a person that you listen to or watch for like games coming out, like that gets these previews? Is there somebody you watch or listen to that's like,
no, man,
this game's gonna be good?
No, man. I mean, I sit at the computer all day, so I'll put it on I don't necessarily have like one person, but like I'll put it on like I'll listen to a board game podcast in series. Like I listen to like 2 or 3, and I'll do that for 12 hours a day, different ones. And I'm just listening to content. I'm just listening to something, and then when I find something, or I'll put it on YouTube because I don't do commercials. I'll put it on YouTube and I'll put it on reviews, and I'll just listen to that for 8 to 10 hours. So I mean, and I'll just let it work its magic until I find something that I like, and then I'll write it down, and then later on I'll come back to it and I'll make me up a list, and then I'll go research that list and figure it out. So, I mean, I can't really tell you, hey, man, there's one person that I listen to, because that's kind of the thing, is I like the variety. I like to not be pigeonholed into one particular mindset or one particular opinion. That's just me. The only people I listen to consistently every single time is you guys. That's pretty much it. Just be honest with you. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if any games coming out. I am so out of the realm of
what
board gaming right now. I don't know what's upcoming. I don't know what's on Kickstarter other than Cora Quest. I don't know anything about anything board gaming.
Can I say this? I love Terraforming Mars. What is the game that we played? It started with a B. I bought it. Crap, I bought that game. I ain't played it yet. It's oh my God. It's with the trains. It's with I can describe it. It's with the trains building the railroads. And you know what I'm talking about, right? It's dark. It's a dark game. Got red on it.
Brass.
I mean,
Brass.
Is that what it
Brass.
is? Brass?
I don't know. I don't know what you're
not, man.
You're describing minute details and box art and saying it's got trains and mountains.
I can describe it. I can describe the game. Like I see it in front of me. Like I've realized why I liked it. Jerry, we played it. It was me, you, and Gabi. We played it at BGG. We were in one.
Talking about Brass.
Was it Brass? You sure it was Brass? Okay,
the cards. Use the cards. Yeah.
Is it the one where you thought you really had it sewed up, and Chris Evans was there, Captain America, and then I pulled out a win with?
We played a version with him. Yeah, that makes sense. Didn't I win that game? Didn't I win that? Didn't I win?
No, you thought you had it sewed up, but I won it.
I thought I won.
I forget what the tactic was I used, but I used it.
Yeah. Why can't you just let me have that one and say, yeah, I thought you won? Why don't you
because
let me have it?
That was a great victory for me. I came from behind.
So I'll ask this then, since we're talking about this. If you had to suggest one game to me to make me go, dude, you got to start thinking of board games in this way, what would be that game?
Well, what are you looking for? Is it a solo experience? I mean,
I'll tell you what.
Is that really what you're...
Yeah, give me a solo game that I would like that was going to blow my mind and go, man, I need to start thinking in games the same way as Jerry does, the same way as Gabi does, or along that lines of thought.
Well, that would depend. There are several good solo games out there right now. Like I know, like we've got Warp's Edge, which is really enjoyable, a bag builder, but it's probably something that's not going to impress you for too long. The game really now that has a lot of people are enjoying it, and it's one that I don't particularly like this type of game, but I am just enthralled with the mechanics and just the presentation of it. Is that Gloomhaven, the Jaws of the Lion?
Mm-hmm.
Gloomhaven's the big box game that costs like $150. Well, Jaws of the Lion is like the beginner tutorial set of it. That's kind of like this medieval setting, and I'm not really paying so much attention to the story as I am the mechanics of it, and it's particularly interesting. Totally something that I would not, be into just because I don't like those campaign level games. But I have messed around with the Jaws of the Lion, and I have been very impressed with it.
I kind of play just the games that come out with a solo on them. I don't know about something specifically solo. But that's why I'm saying I could see Bubba enjoying like some of those GMT or Victory Point style games that are like super, I guess deep with their strategy that they can have. That I've never played them. I have them, never played them.
Are you serious?
Because I'm daunted by them. I'm not undaunted. I am daunted. Cuba Libre. I even have Phantom Leader. I've never played it. Jerry says it's the easier way to get into those style of games. Never played it. Fields of Arle. I really enjoyed that. 2-player. I can imagine the single player is just as good. But I don't know anything that's going to rock your world.
Well, I think my issue is one of the things is too is I think, and this is my issue, it's my problem, it's my circumstances, is that I just don't have time to play a lot of games. So when I choose the game that I want to play, like I want to make sure that at least it interests me. I don't want to dud, and I don't want something that I'm gonna play for 30 minutes. I want to increase the chances of success. That puts it in a simple way, as great as it's possible for me. And so because I don't have a lot of time, I want to be like wild or feel good about it.
You said you like Terraforming Mars, right?
Yeah, Terraforming Mars is cool, man. I like that one. So
you like that style.
Yeah, that's cool.
So with your lack of time, I wouldn't think Jaws of the Lion is going to be something for you because isn't that like, what do they call that? Not legacy, but campaign
it is a
style.
Campaign, but the missions are very quick.
Yeah, but at the same time, when I say I don't have much time, what I mean by that is, like, I have to schedule my time out. Like, it's not and I'm not doing spontaneous. Hey, I'm gonna play a board game today, or it's Sunday and I don't have anything to do. It's more of along the lines of, okay, I'm gonna play this board game that's going to take 3 hours. Okay, let me schedule that in. Okay, let me make sure I put the time for that. That's what I mean by, like, I can create the time. I don't have a lot of flexibility with that, of course. But I mean, I can give it the time that it deserves if it's a good game. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the deal. Since apparently COVID is doesn't affect you, and I'm getting my second vaccine tomorrow. I think we should all get together and play. Number one, we have Dune Imperium, which I desperately want to play. On top of that, I've got what else besides Dune Imperium? Several other games that we need to get played. So I think we should just, if Gabi will just not have, be licking doorknobs at Walmart, we should get together and play something good.
Make it something memorable.
I mean, I'm always up for it, but Gina doesn't want anybody over that.
Oh, don't tell your wife. She doesn't know. She won't know.
Well, you need to come over there on my day off, and I'll lock the doors.
She won't know. She won't know.
Like even I told her, I said, babe, Jerry's got the vaccine. He can't get it, right? You can't get it, right? You can't give it to me. Right. Can you give it to me?
I know. No, we're good. Science.
Bubba is apparently impervious. So
don't say it. Now I'll get it. Watch.
I mean, but Gina's the one I would have to convince.
Gotta lay it on thick, man. Do some wine, some bread, some cheese.
Yeah, get that menage a trois going. That's what you need.
Right.
Get that
right. Get that wine. That's right. Use that wine for what it's supposed to be used for, son.
And on that note, I think that's going to do it for this show.
Just tell Gina, Bubba and Jerry are coming over for a menage a trois. We got our wine. We're going to play Dune.
I'm Gabi.
This is Jerry.
Hey, it's Bubba. I'll see you guys later.
Thank you for listening to the Board Game Snobs. Stay classy.